Bitcoin just had a new weekly close and is looking extremely bullish, but there are some things that need to happen. We are knocking on some heavy resistance right now, and that will also be the topic of today's video. We are going to talk about what's going on with Bitcoin on the macro perspective, what is going on with the momentum of Bitcoin, because we are seeing some very bullish signs. So guys, let's jump straight into it. Before we are zooming in on Bitcoin, guys, make sure to leave a thumbs up. That is very much appreciated. If you are new to the channel, make sure to subscribe and of course hit the bell icon so you get notified whenever we are uploading any new videos. And what we can see right here, guys, is that basically on a daily time frame, if we bring out the EMA ribbon, we can see that Bitcoin is clearly in a uptrend, right? We have been breaking above this EMA ribbon. This EMA ribbon so far has been holding as support. And right now we can see that that EMA ribbon is also getting squeezed together, which means that it's sooner or later, if it's not already doing it right now, is rolling over. That means that this yellow line will go above that red line, and that is something like a bullish cross, you can call it, because these are all moving averages, right? But if we have a look at historical times when we are seeing that, basically when that yellow line goes above the red line, it shows us that the momentum is clearly to the upside. So right here we get, for example, also the yellow line goes above the red line, right? And then we can see that the yellow line remains above the red line. The momentum is clearly up and the price just go on a massive rally. Right here we can see that the yellow line goes above the red line as well. The moment we break above it, we have a lot of momentum in Bitcoin, right? Of course, later on we still do get that reaction, and until we break back above that with yellow back above red, we do get that momentum back. But this is actually a good sign. Let's have a look at a different example as well. So this was in the year 2015. We also had a bear market when the yellow line was basically acting as resistance and the red line is the top line, and at the moment the yellow line is crossing the red line, the momentum is clearly to the upside. This level is been holding as support, and actually the 2017-16 bull market, we have been only riding up that yellow line. Even the last pullbacks, we didn't even came to the yellow line. So that was quite crazy, guys. And what we are seeing right now is that we do have that yellow line coming above, and let me show you. That yellow line is crossing above the red line right now. So that is clearly showing us that the momentum is to the upside right now. And what we also have is that we have this resistance, which was former support in the previous bull market. That are the levels of 30,000, 30,000 up to 32,000. It's a big level. Maybe you can say 30 to 31,000. As you can see, you could make the zone even bigger. But yeah, let's just keep it like this. What we can see, and this is the bullish thing, guys. What we can see is that we touch this major resistance. Right? We touch this major resistance. We get kind of a small pullback. I mean, regular pullbacks in previous bull market were at least 30%, but often will go to 50%. This pullback was eventually 20%. So that is a small pullback, to be honest. Then we are coming back up to that resistance. This weekly candle close is also technically higher than this high. So we have a new weekly high, which also is very bullish. But we do have to break of course above this level in order to get that bullishness. But so far we probably will see something like this, where the daily or the weekly EMA ribbon will come up right here, and where we maybe get squeezed and then eventually see the breakout. Maybe we see that breakout even earlier, but the chances that we break out to the upside from a technical and statistical standpoint is definitely higher than breaking out to the downside, if you would ask me. So we're right now in an uptrend, consolidating near resistance, and for me it's just a matter of time before we most likely are going to break up. Of course, the invalidation would be if we lose this low. If we lose that low, then yeah, things actually might look very bearish. But so far, I don't think that is the case. And if we have a look at some people tweeting out there, this is, for example, one famous Twitter account. He's also saying like, yeah, okay, this looks quite bullish once we break that resistance. And if we have a look at the comments, that are quite interesting, because, for example, we have here a comment: these FOMO posts make me bearish at best. Okay. Same risk as I heard about the dot-coms in 99 and owning several homes in 2006. It was shit advice then, same as this. So, of course, this is just a small amount of the people which represent the sentiment, but this is basically the sentiment that you want. You want to have a bullish price action, and you want to have most people to be bearish, because the people who are bearish are potential buyers. Because if the people would actually already be bullish, they would already position themselves in the asset, which means they've already bought and there is no liquidity to buy. So you need to have a big group of people. The majority needs to be bearish, because they will be, and they can be, converted later on into buyers. I hope really this makes sense, guys. But I've did so much research into this now, and this sentiment thing makes so much sense. If everyone is bullish, then everyone bought. Then where do we get new buyers from to drive the price up? There's no, because everyone bought. Who's gonna buy when everyone already bought? There are no buyers left, and that's the same with the bottom. Who's gonna sell when everybody sold? And what do you have left when everyone sold? You only have buyers left. That's why when things are ultra bearish right here, it's actually very bullish. It's actually very bullish, because you don't have sellers, which leaves us simply with only buyers. Then, guys, I do think this is really the most important chart right now to watch, and this is the stablecoin dominance, because this is the only thing that gives me a little bit doubts. So, what are the doubts, you're asking me? Let me explain to you. First of all, I think Bitcoin is just looking extremely bullish, and I expect this chart to break out to the downside sooner or later. We are going to, that's just what I think. And once we break out to the downside, we're going to see a massive rally on Bitcoin that will be extremely bullish. The big question right here is, what are we going to see first, right? Are we going to see something where like this, where we have like, we maybe come down to the support, and then we just going to have some relief right here? That would be extremely bearish, and that would suggest still quite a big correction, which also could be big on time-wise, which could indicate, for example, something like this, where we go up, and then we have a long correction before we continue this uptrend. That would kind of like a regular 4-year cycle, kind of like what we've seen right here, that we have months and months of a correction after the first rally we kicked off in the bull market. Do I think that that's going to happen? No. Is it possible? Yes. Do I want to prepare for that? I want to open myself for that scenario? Yes, because I don't want to blind myself with things that I want to happen, right? So that's why this chart is very important. If Bitcoin is going on a rally, I want to see a clear breakdown of this chart, and that is the moment that I'm going to have a confirmation that Bitcoin is really changing market structure, that we lost a 4-year rising channel from a opposite chart, which is a extra confirmation that Bitcoin ended a massive bull run, and that will be insanely bullish. The only question for me is, when we going to break this? Are we going to break it straight away and Bitcoin just shoot up, or are we going to see first that correction, or maybe even a briefer or a bigger correction in 2023. Maybe we see a regular 4-year cycle, because that's the whole point with the 16-year cycle, regular 4-year cycles, is we have to react. We gotta watch the price unfold, and then we have to react. And the worst thing that we can do is actually assume that something will happen, assume this, assume that, and just act according on your assumptions. No, that's not what we do. We want to act to what is unfolding right in front of us. And yeah, there is a possibility that the majority of the people are right, that 2023 still can be a sideways year. I don't think so. I still think 16-year cycle, we are going to see explosive 2023. That's still what I think. But I don't want to blind my eyes for different outcomes, because that is where it actually goes wrong. Guys, that was it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. If so, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to smash up that like button, guys. You guys doing a great job lately, and it's very important that we keep that momentum going, so as much people as possible are seeing these videos. Then I want to wish every single one of you a beautiful day today, and I hope to see every single one of you in the next video.